Hey guys, this is Ken's97Stow171. I decided to redo my flashlight review. I used my Motorola Droid to film this before, and it looked like it did just fine. However, I just did another review on another different flashlight and discovered that this camera that I'm using now it's a digital camera, and it much more accurately shows the nighttime capability. Anyway, so I'm going to start over and just pretend like you've never seen this before. Saw this at Costco, picked it up. It's the TechLite Lumen Master. It's a 3-pack, high-intensity tactical flashlight. It's a Cree LED. It says XPE LED, 150 lumens. Got the FL1 standards here, 150 lumens. 100 meters, 5,000 CD, 1 meter drop. It's water resistant. 1 hour runtime on high, 4 hour runtime on low. And as you can see, it came as a 3-pack for $20. It's got a red low indicator battery, low battery indicator light on the back of the flashlight. It's 150 lumens, as I said. It's got a high and low beam, emergency strobe light. It's aircraft grade anodized aluminum. I'll show you the back here. It's got a vacuum plated reflector. Little wrist lanyard that came with it. Runs on 3 AAA batteries, and it came with Duracell batteries. It says it's got a polycarbonate lens and multi-function cap switch there. Low battery indicator. Red light turns on at 20% remaining battery life, 50 and 100% light output levels, and flashing emergency strobe. You can also do a momentary, which I will show you. So anyway, here's the flashlight. On the back cap there is what lights up when the batteries are low. It's made in China, what it says right there. You've got low, high, strobe, off. If you press and hold, the light will come on, and as soon as you let go, it turns off. You can see the reflector in there. The reflector, I bought my wife a Phoenix, I think it's an LD20, and one thing I noticed is that the reflector here is, you can see the light overhead there, it's a mirror finish almost inside, and you can see the LED at the bottom of it there. The Phoenix light that I previously had purchased, the reflector was more of an orange peel texture. I'm sure that affects the the beam pattern in some way, but I'll show you that here in a bit. A couple things I like is that it's easy to grip. It's a little fatter around, and it's kind of mean on the end here too. These raised sections are not sharp, but I tell you, down here in the low sections, that's pretty sharp. You could probably cut yourself if you run your hand on that pretty hard. And I imagine if you grab that, if you got attacked by somebody, you could come down on their head pretty hard with that, and that would certainly not feel good. So, but yeah, 150 lumens. It doesn't have a focus or anything. It's machined aircraft aluminum, anodized aluminum. I mean, the material feels very similar to the Phoenix. I don't think it's quite as perfect. And the knurling here, where the grip is, it was virtually perfect on the Phoenix, and there are some minor defects in it where you can see the black isn't totally covered. You can't see this with this camera, but there are some places where the black is not totally covering the material. Runs on 3 AAAs. Does have a rubber seal right here. The threads are not as fine of a thread as with my Phoenix light, but it does have a rubber seal, and it seems like it compresses it, you know, so that it would be watertight. You've got your battery pack here. It's got a little arrow to tell you which direction to put it in, and then the batteries go in that way. And when you first put new batteries in it, something it said in the packaging, and I noticed right away, the red indicator comes on. When you change the batteries, the red light comes on, and eventually it'll go off, or it'll go off when you turn it on for the first time. So, you know, I saw this. I actually had gone into Costco with the intention of buying a different flashlight. I had seen a review on YouTube. I probably still want to find this flashlight because it was pretty cool. The flashlight I was looking for actually was a little bigger than this, and it had a solar panel on the side of it. And in the back of the cap, it came, I think it was 2 or 3, you know, like quarter-sized lithium batteries as a backup. And it was some kind of a hybrid that there was some kind of a rechargeable battery in the flashlight. The solar panels would recharge that battery, but then as a backup, the lithium batteries could be used, and it would work regardless. Even if, you know, the lithium batteries were dead, you could put it in the sunlight, you know, and it would charge up the other battery. And it was kind of a nice, definitely a good emergency light. It wasn't terribly bright, but it was like, I think it was about 100 lumens. You know, it wasn't really that bad. Anyway, so that's what I went to Costco looking for, and didn't find it, and happened to see this 3-pack for $20, and I thought, well, hell, that's a pretty damn good deal. And the one thing that I've noticed, though, is that I wanted to mention is the run time, and it says it right here. It says 1 hour on high, 4 hours on low. And by the way, there's not much difference between low and high, seemingly, so I would certainly not run it on high. I would run it on low. But because of the fairly short run time and no significant, you don't have any ability to change it. I mean, like my wife's Phoenix, you can put it in 9 lumen mode and it'll run for like 70 hours or something. So I probably would not recommend this light as an emergency light, because 4 hours, it really isn't long enough, I don't think. You know, the power goes out, you have an ice storm, you know, in places the power goes out for a week. And obviously you're not going to run the flashlight 24 hours a day, but 4 hours is not going to give you enough time, obviously unless you've got replacement batteries, which probably you should, but you know, 4 hours is pretty short run time, I think, on a set of batteries. Granted, they are AAAs, so you got higher voltage because there's 3 of them. It's 3 and 3 times 1.5, but I suspect the milliamp rating is lower because they're AAAs instead of doubles. Anyway, before I run out of time here, let me show you how bright it is. And it certainly is bright. Okay. Okay, that's low. And it's got a really wide spread. I don't know if you can see the circle there. I mean, it is definitely got a wide spread. That's low. That's high. And then strobe. One thing I also do not like is it does not remember. You can't put it in high, then turn it off, and it remembers it was in high. You got to cycle through them to get it off. But really, the low setting is more than adequate. If you look at the ceiling, and that's the thing, you can set it like that, shine it at the ceiling, you know, and it pretty much lights up the room. But again, 4 hour runtime, I wouldn't be using it for this, unless you had a good store of batteries, in which case, you know, hey, great. But anyway, it is very bright. If you guys see these at Costco for $20, I mean, it's definitely useful as a bright, I need light right now flashlight. I mean, considering I paid, you know, $65, I think, for her Phoenix, it's a pretty damn good deal. Now, I don't know about the durability. I don't know how long it would last, how rugged it is. You know, Phoenix has a reputation for being very well made. But the few amount of reviews that I saw seemed to indicate that these were pretty good as well. Anyway, I'm running out of time. If you have any questions, give me a holler. Be safe out there.